We had some really windy weather which knocked down a lot of trees. I went and got a load of wood that had been set out for the trash. Then a second load, and a third. But by that time a blanket of snow was covering everything, so I decided to get my vegetables started. This year I tried planting freshly harvested pepper and tomatillo seeds, and I'm really curious to see how many of those germinate. Now my seeds are planted, but I've got a bunch of cut up peppers, so I'll have to make something with those. So here we've got the Portland 14-inch chainsaw. It's a 9-amp chainsaw, 14-inch bar, and low kickback design, which I suspect is from the powerful 9-amp motor. This thing's about 40 bucks, which makes a pretty cheap little sawmill if you have some steel or wood that you can use to make the, it's like a, you know, one of those Alaska type little sawmills. So we'll see how that goes. So here's that saw blade I made the machete out of. What I plan on doing here is I want to make a whole little set of carving knives. So I might first start with I don't say a spoke shave, but a draw knife. Make a nice big draw knife, which will come in handy with sawmill to get the bark, to debark the logs. And then I should have plenty of stock left over to do some little carving knives, maybe a hook knife. So we'll see how that goes. Here's a YouTube channel everyone should check out. Bellophone, aka Len Solomon, is a musician, entertainer, and the creator of zany bellow-powered musical instruments. Bellophone's videos feature performances on his instruments, as well as how-to showing how he makes various parts for his instruments and other curiosities. He presents it all with style, grace, and a dash of humor. In a recent video, Bellophone demonstrated some excellent techniques for creating small, heat-formed plastic parts using shop-made punches and dies and some recycled packaging. Let's take a listen to a clip from one of Bellophone's performances. That was fun. If you haven't already, go check out Bellophone and subscribe to his channel. So I've got one more thing before we go. We're going to do some rapid prototyping here. So there was someone on the Facebook woodworking group that was making lawn dice out of 4x4s. And the way he was doing it is he was heating up a carriage bolt with a torch and then burning the pips into each die, which is pretty time consuming. So he was looking for a faster way to do it. A lot of the posts that I saw were recommending using something like a Forstner bit, which isn't going to really be that much quicker. It's still going to be 21 operations, so it's still going to be quite time consuming to make each die. So what I thought about was creating a die to make the die. So you could have something like this that is just pressed on into the wood, or you could go with the same approach where you have the bolts that are heated up and then pressed in. So I'm going to do a little proof of concept here. I mounted a small carriage bolt in this soldering iron, and I believe this is like a 45-watt soldering iron or something, so it's not that powerful. But let's just hold this down for a couple seconds and see what we get. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Okay, so we got a nice dark circle there. So I think this approach would work pretty well if we use some heaters or something similar, and then instead of just having one bolt, we'd have 4. You may be able to get away with using one heater for the 4. It's something you'd probably have to play around with a bit. Another approach would just be using, without heating it up and just pressing it in. So let's just try that on this piece of pine here. And I don't have an arbor press, so I'm just going to use these clamps and see what kind of impressions we can get into this piece of pine here. I think that's probably good. Back these off. So there we go. We did, I don't know if you can see this, but we did get impressions here. These screws aren't in completely straight, so that's why probably this one didn't come out, and I may not have applied the same clamping force with an arbor press. That shouldn't be a problem. So that's just a quick idea I had on how you could do that one particular task a lot quicker. So if there's if ever there's something you have to do, there may be a better way to solve it. So just maybe try thinking outside the box, or think of it in a different way than you have been, and you may come up with an idea that'll meet your needs. And that's pretty much it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I tried something a little different, mixing in different clips and little segments here and there. So let me know what you thought of the new format. I will have some more topic focused videos coming out. I'm going to be doing one on dust collection, and then definitely there's going to be something coming up with the sawmill build, and I'll have a little follow up to the seeds experiment. So that may be in another one of these show kind of episodes, or it may be a single episode depending on how it goes. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and as always, subscribe for more hacks and builds. See you next time. Cheers.